Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Concepts Daily Recovery Snack. I'm Chris. Wednesday, March 11th. And quick apology for any of y'all out there that's watching these every day. There was no content for yesterday. I got rolling on a project, and something had to give, and it was me recording that video. So is what it is. It won't be the last time that I don't get something perfect like the way that I'm trying to do it. But if you noticed, no video yesterday. Is what it is. But we're going to jump right back in and try to keep it going. I think that's the first time I've missed it this year. So I'm going to give myself a little grace. That ain't too bad of a record. A whole lot better than a record I did have. All right, let's jump in. God grant me another Hazelden meditation offering. March 11th. Oh, I'm going to butcher this. A quote from Antony de Saint-Exupéry. There is no way that's right. There is no way. Anyway, the quote, "What makes the desert beautiful is that somewhere it hides a well." No matter how sick we become from our active addiction, recovery is the life-giving water in the desert of our life. When we think about it, it's amazing that we made it this far without dying. Now, as we drink from the well of recovery, we have the strength to leave the desert of addiction and step into a new life. What's in our well of recovery that gives us strength to leave the desert? Acceptance of our disease, surrender to a new way of living, and hope based in a community of healthy, caring people. The Big Book says that by the time we do the amends of step 9, we will be able to remember our days in the desert without shame. We will not regret that past nor wish to shut the door on it, is a promise found in the Big Book, page 83. Prayer for the day. Higher power, you lead me to the well of life in my desert. It was filled with the water of recovery. Thank you. Today's action. How was my addicted life like a desert? How is my life in recovery like living in a fertile land? I will write down my thoughts. Perhaps I will write a poem. Man, I love this book. It gives you ideas to go out and try to do a little bit of side work, or at least something to think about as you go throughout your day. And that's good stuff. It's good stuff for me to remember and keep in the back of my mind. I don't need to dwell on it every day, all day long, like I did back, in early recovery, because it's hard to build new habits. But it just gives me something to ponder as I go throughout my day, assuming I have time to ponder at some point in time. Excuse me. So we will not regret that. That's what jumps out at me. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. The Big Book says by the time we do the amends of step 9, we will be able to remember our days in the desert without shame. I can 100% relate with that. There was a lot of shame in my game, so to say. And I do not regret the past in the capacity. It is unfortunate that things occurred the way that they did, and I made the choices that I made. And I had some of the challenges that I had that made me think some of the choices that I made were reasonable or helped me cope with them. It is what it is. I'm not excusing the facts of what I've done, but the absolute honesty of the situation is that, I had a couple of things in my life that was hard to deal with, and I found things in my life that made me feel better for a little bit about everything. And then I overused them to the point of active addiction and wasn't able to get out for a long time. No excuses, just truth. But I don't live in shame anymore today. I don't dwell in regret. It's unfortunate that it happened, but I remember more so that my stance on it these days and what I've worked out in my brain, and I guess my best way to cope with it all is that I don't live a picture perfect life by any means today, but I live better. And it took every bit of what happened and what occurred and how I acted and how I reacted and how I coped and did not cope throughout all of my life, early life, and heavy using, early using, and then later addiction, and then later medicinal addiction. It took all the jails, institutions, rehabs, and health concerns or whatever to create the existence that I live in now. And I can tell you clearly that there's never been a time that it's been better than this, as far as my life, generally speaking, and the way that I feel when I wake up in the morning, and most specifically how I feel about me. It's hard. It's hard to wake up in conflict every morning, and you hadn't even gotten out of bed yet, and just something feels categorically wrong, or you've done something really damn stupid. I'll speak on me. I've done something really damn stupid a day or two or a week before. Maybe I got caught, maybe I didn't. But caught or not, I knew what went down. And living in confliction, living against your own morals, living in a way that you know you shouldn't be, is a hard way to wake up every morning. It just didn't have to be that way. I couldn't get figured out how to get out of it. And it took every bit of that life to create every bit of this life. And I don't live there anymore because I've done my step work. I do my things. I do my maintenance to where that's not a place that I have to dwell anymore. A buddy of mine told me one time, he said, that's why the windshield is big and the rear view is small, Chris. We're heading this way. We're going this way, the big way. But don't ever forget where we've been. You don't have to live there anymore because you ain't living like that anymore. And you've done the work and you to do the best you can to clean that up, and you're doing the maintenance to not go there again. So you're doing the deal. You don't have to live there anymore, so don't. But don't forget it, because sure enough, you can go back. It's a small amount of memory of that time, a bit of remembrance of that time is not unhealthy, I think, for me to kind of pass through every once in a while to remember, especially if I'm looking for gratitude or looking, to brighten my day a little bit and try to get back on track if I get into a funk, man. Things ain't that damn bad today, baby. They just ain't that damn bad, man. I don't care what happens. I chose to live a tough life for a long time, and this is much easier, even with its challenges that are presented today. So I feel like I'm rambling. That's that. Sorry again about missing the Tuesday video. I'm gonna try to keep it going every day. Please share, subscribe, tell a friend, and come join me again. We'll do it again Thursday, Lord willing. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. Thanks for joining. Take care. Bye bye.